Hello everyone, my name's Matt and I work at St Anne's Church in Limehouse. Hopefully most of you saw the last Bible Storytime video that Kate did. Kate introduced us to the Gospel of Mark, which is a book in the Bible. Mark wrote down the events of Jesus' life so that people could find out about him. Mark wrote this at the very start of his book. This is the beginning of the good news about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Last time in Kate's video, we heard about John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Jesus and baptized Jesus. We heard how Jesus told people to change their hearts and minds and believe the good news. We also heard how Jesus told an evil spirit to come out of a man, and how he healed many people from their illnesses. Isn't that amazing? Many people started to follow him because of the amazing things he was doing. So let's see what Jesus does next in the next part of the story. A man who had a harmful skin disease came to Jesus. The man fell to his knees and begged Jesus, "I know that you can heal me if you will." Jesus felt sorry for the man, so he touched him and said, "I want to heal you. Be healed." At once the disease left the man, and he was healed. Jesus told the man to go at once, but Jesus warned him strongly. "Don't tell anyone about what I did for you, but go and show yourself to the priest, and offer a gift to God because you have been healed. Offer the gift that Moses commanded. This will show the people that you are healed." The man left there, but he told everyone he saw that Jesus had healed him. So the news about Jesus spread. That is the reason Jesus could not enter a town if people saw him. He stayed in places where nobody lived. But people came from all the towns to wherever he was. Wow. That man with the skin disease must have been so happy that Jesus had healed him. In those days, people with skin diseases weren't allowed to go near other people. So when Jesus healed him, he could live a normal life again. So the man told everyone he saw about what Jesus did. Shall we see what Jesus does next in the story? A few days later, Jesus came back to Capernaum. The news spread that he was home, so many people gathered to hear him preach that the house was full. There was nowhere to stand, not even outside the door. Jesus was teaching them. Some people came, bringing a paralyzed man to Jesus. 4 of them were carrying the paralyzed man, but they could not get to Jesus because of the crowd. So they went to the roof above Jesus and made a hole in the roof. Then they lowered the mat with the paralyzed man on it. Jesus saw that these men had great faith. So he said to the paralyzed man, "Young man, your sins are forgiven." Some of the teachers of the law were sitting there. They saw what Jesus did, and they said to themselves, "Why does this man say things like that? He is saying things that are against God. Only God can forgive sins." At once Jesus knew what these teachers of the law were thinking. So he said to them, "Why are you thinking these things? Which is easier, to tell this paralyzed man, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to tell him, 'Stand up, take your mat and walk'? But I will prove to you that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins." So Jesus said to the paralyzed man, "I tell you, stand up, take your mat and go home." Immediately the paralyzed man stood up. He took his mat and walked out while everyone was watching him. The people were amazed and praised God. They said, "We have never seen anything like this." Let's pause there. Isn't that incredible? Jesus has the power to heal someone who was paralyzed so that now he can walk again. And not only that, Jesus also has the power to forgive sins, to forgive people for the bad things that they've done. Wow. I think there's something very special about Jesus, don't you? Let's carry on with the story. Jesus went to the lake again. A crowd followed him there, and he taught them. While he was walking beside the lake, he saw a tax collector named Levi, son of Alphaeus. Levi was sitting in the tax office. Jesus said to him, "Follow me." And Levi stood up and followed Jesus. Later that day, Jesus ate at Levi's house. There were many tax collectors and sinners eating there with Jesus and his followers. Many people like this followed Jesus. The teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, saw Jesus eating with the tax collectors and sinners. They asked his followers, "Why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus heard this and said to them, "Healthy people don't need a doctor. It is the sick who need a doctor. I did not come to invite good people. I came to invite sinners." That's an interesting thing to say, isn't it? I think this tells us something very important about Jesus. It shows us that Jesus invites people who have done bad things to follow him. And guess what? That includes me and you too. Everyone is welcomed by Jesus. We've heard in today's Bible story that Jesus has the power to do miracles and heal people. And he has the power to forgive sins, to forgive us for the bad things that we've done. Jesus really is amazing. I'm really looking forward to hearing what Jesus does next in the story. Are you? Thank you for joining us for this Bible story time. See you again soon. Bye.